Welcome to Time Ball Games. I'm ELD, here to ask you for help in growing the channel. When we reach 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a custom leather playmat to one lucky subscriber, so be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Ball Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we have Matt on Eureka versus Andrew on a Wrenn 6 control deck. That is right. This is from the end of Wrenn 6's reign in Legacy. We're going back into the vault, and Wrenn 6 has actually been banned just a couple of short weeks after the filming of this video, so people were starting to really figure out the best ways to utilize the 2-mana Planeswalker before he was unceremoniously booted from the format. Eureka still a card, or still a deck in the format. Thoughtseize clearing out the Omniscience. And Wrenn 6, I think the best builds eventually were running like 4 Mox Diamonds, but I don't really feel like we really knew for certain what the best way to play Wrenn 6 was. I felt like it probably left a little too soon. Not saying it's not a potentially bannable card, but I do like to see kind of a consensus on what the best strategies are. Force of Will stopping a Tarmogoyf. And Eureka with all the mana it needs to actually win the game now. 3 mana is all you really need, and you'll often see Eureka start to hold back on mana just to have extra cards to brainstorm away. It's really a question of what their support cards are. In this deck, not unusual to see, 4 or 5 mana, so you can potentially fire off some Veil of Summer backup. Impulse being played mostly just because of the sideboard option, Firemind's Foresight. You don't actually want to have a 2-mana cantrip like that in your deck, but just having the single copy at 2 mana does allow Firemind's Foresight to grab a Brainstorm, Impulse, and a Cunning Wish, giving you access to infinite damage so much more easily. Arkham's Astrolabe. And we see a Wasteland in Andrew's hand along with a Abrupt Decay, both cards which are often underwhelming in this matchup. Eureka can function just off of basic lands, and that's actually what we see here. The basic forest. A end of turn Cunning Wish. Grabbing Intuition. Moving the ball forward, Cunning Wish, a 4 of in the deck. So it can use those as kind of steps towards the combo. And of course, if you already have the combo, it is your kill card as well. Preordain. Filtering some cards. And Andrew has a Force of Will in hand. We'll see what happens with this Jace the Mind Sculptor. A Veil of Summer being thrown out just to draw a card. It will make his counter uncounterable if he has one. And he's going to go ahead and force that Jace, knowing that it'll resolve. Lotus Petal comes down for Matt, gives him Eureka mana. Now, Eureka's not a 4 of in Matt's build of Eureka. He's worked very hard on this deck, honing it. And, you start out with a whole bunch of Eurekas, and as you play, you really want to run the minimum number of that card. And that's likely 1 to 2 copies. You can definitely get by with 1 as long as you're replacing it with a solid digging card like Sylvan Library. Show and Tell's your most common path to victory. So it looks like a Kolgan's Command looking to hit this Lotus Petal and return a Tarmogoyf to hand. Lotus Petal going to be used to Intuition for Show and Tells. And that line's pretty safe game 1. Game 2, you do need to look out for Surgical Extraction. Got a Show and Tell, putting in an Arkham's Astrolabe to draw a card. And a Gristlebrand. It's going to be passing the turn. Assassin's Trophy. Setting its sights on Gristlebrand, and it looks like Andrew has access to Force of Will. I'm a little surprised that he didn't force the Show and Tell. Very surprised, really. He's got a pair of forces. Perhaps he drew the blue card off of the Astrolabe. I guess that has to be what happened. Because there's no way you don't force that. Force keeps the Gristlebrand alive. No, so we've got Assassin's Trophy, Force back. So Gristlebrand has been removed. He does not search. And Goyf actually is gonna end up getting there. So wow. Not a very common occurrence. Gristlebrand showing up and not getting the job done, as Assassin's Trophy clears him and Force of Will ensures that it actually resolved. Veil of Summer will protect against Assassin's Trophy, as it does have black in the mana cost, so maybe we'll see that interaction later on. All right, jumping in here, game 2, right out of the gate, a Show and Tell. Force Veil of Summer draws a card. That resolves, and a Gristlebrand. We'll see if Matt can do anything with the 21 cards that he'll be drawing on his next turn, unless Andrew has an answer to this 7/7 walking Yawgmoth's bargain. And he does not find an answer. Going on to game number 2, doesn't even want to see those 21 cards, as that is about as close as you're going to get to a guaranteed victory. Andrew's saving enough time. He knows Matt's deck can easily win within the time limit. Not a whole lot of value in not giving himself enough time to actually win the match. He sees a couple of Force of Wills, and that's going to be good enough to keep. We'll see if it's going to be enough to stop Matt from resolving his combo. Veil of Summer, just such a powerful magic card. We see Carpet of Flowers. Oddly enough, Andrew opening up with a Bayou, which does not interact with Carpet, so it goes to the bottom. Ooh, double Force is a very tempting thing. Will it be a Siren Song here for Andrew? Lotus Petal. And Matt just going for it. Show and Tell, Force back for Andrew. So the first Show and Tell has been denied. Andrew safe from end of turn discarding. Top decks a land and jams a Tarmogoyf. And just like that, this game is completely turned around. Draws a third land. This one an Underground Sea, so he's got access to blue mana. Show and Tell gets Pyroblasted this time. Andrew's got everything but white mana available to him right now. All the colors of Magic that he needs are being produced by these 3 dual lands. And a Surgical Extraction hitting Show and Tell. And we see Omniscience, Emrakul, Gristlebrand in Matt's hand. He is going to need a Eureka. And we'll see how many copies he's running. Definitely not enough to Intuition for, I think. I don't think he's on 3 copies. Goyf putting in the work. huge chunks of Matt's life total falling away with every swing. Thoughtseize grabs the Omniscience, which would be certain death. Andrew has a Force of Will in hand. He forces the Brainstorm, and that is the match. Just how scary that card is. Could have drawn Matt into the absolute nuts, and Andrew was not about to let that happen. You force a will there. You know you're going to get the turn back, and Goyf will hit that final blow to win the round. Brennan 6 didn't even show up in that match, and still taking down Eureka. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.